Hey, Tyler.
Hi, David. How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Good, thanks. I'm up here in Pennsylvania. You probably see me with earmuffs on. I just got out of the car. It is cold, cold, cold.
Well, I know if it's cold here in Florida, it's cold up there.
Oh, is it cold down there?
Oh, yeah, it was in the 50s, 54 this morning.
Ooh. Oh, yes. That's cold for Florida.
We'll get started in a few minutes here.
Okay. I'm driving back to the hotel, so I am going to mute my thing. If not, you're going to get my background noise from the car. So.
All right. Be safe driving.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
To the heart, I never kissed a mouth that tastes like yours. Strawberries and something more. Oh yeah, I want it all. Lipstick on my guitar. Feel like the angel we can drive real far. Go dancing underneath the stars. Oh yeah, I want it all. Got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. I wanna kiss your eyes. I wanna drink that smile. I wanna feel like my soul's on fire. I wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, you got me singing like, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're closer, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when we say the party's over, then we bring it right back. And we say, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're closer, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when we say the party's over, then we bring it right back into the car. On the backseat in the moonlit dark. Wrap me up between your legs and arms. Ooh, I can get enough. You know you can tear me apart. Put me back together and take my heart. I never thought that I could love this hard. Ooh, I can get enough. Ooh, you got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. I wanna kiss your eyes. I wanna drink that smile. I wanna feel like my soul's on fire. I wanna stay up.
Hey, guys, we'll start in a few minutes. Want to get a few more folks on. Hey, David, how are you doing, bud?
Good.
Nice to see you. Hey, Mo, how you doing?
Hey man, how are you?
All right. Hey, Brian. Welcome.
Hey David, how you doing, man?
Hey, good, good. Hey, Kenzie, how you doing? Welcome. Hey, Kenneth, welcome.
How you do?
All right. We'll get started in a few minutes. Hope you guys are ready for some good stuff.
Hi, David.
Hello. Hey, Rose, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good.
Hi, how you doing?
All right, guys.
Hey guys,
Hello, hello.
hi
Hey,
everybody.
hey, Joe, welcome.
Thank you. Hi everybody.
Welcome, everyone. We'll go ahead and get started. We've got a lot of information to go over. You guys, if you guys have any questions, just stop me at any time. We're going to go over Forex and cryptos tonight. Okay, so Forex and cryptos. We're going to start with Forex and then work our way into cryptos. We've got some new folks in tonight, so guys, just you can interrupt, ask any questions. Some of this information we're gonna go over might seem kind of foreign, but it's not. Just stop me if you guys have any questions. Okay, there's no stupid questions. So all right, so just stop me and we'll go over it and try to help you guys get caught up. All right, so Forex, guys, Forex. So let's take a look here at Forex. We'll take a look at Monster Scalper, and we've got a change in directions. A lot of the Forex pairs are trading to the downside. Okay, so if we look here, our top trending pair right now is Pound Swiss. So we're gonna go to our short system here. So this is our short system. Okay, so we only take short trades, and we're gonna look at Pound Swiss. Okay, so again, guys, always look at what's trending to the top, to the top trending pairs up here, right? Again, we're trading on a 4-hour time frame, so 240-minute time frame, right? A 240-minute time frame here, here, and here. And remember, the reason we're trading on the 240-minute time frame is that Forex is in a consolidation. Okay, so if we look at the dollar index, this is the dollar index. As you know, guys, the dollar index is the barometer for the Forex market. Just like Bitcoin right here is the barometer for the entire crypto market. Okay, so we always start with the dollar index for Forex, and you can tell the dollar index is traded right between, this is on a monthly time frame, resistance up here and support down here. And this is a wide range, so we're trading on a 4-hour chart. If this was a narrow range, kind of like this right here, we would reduce our time frame to perhaps a 1-hour chart. Okay, if it was trending like this, right? So if the dollar was trending either up or down like this, we could move our trading window to a daily time frame. So this window here is ideally for the 4-hour chart. So that's why we're trading on the 4-hour chart. Okay, so remember, we're not day traders, we're not swing traders, we're not position traders, we're just traders, and our trading is based on what the market is doing. All right, so there are some great trades to the short side. Okay, so Pound Swiss is the number one, guys. Stop me if you guys have any questions. Okay, so the Pound Swiss is the number one trending pair right now to the downside. All right, okay, here was our sell short signal right here to get into the trade, to go short. Our red candles are short candles. We're going down to they're bearish candles. Every time we break a purple support, that means price is going lower. So here was our sell signal right here, sell short. to take the pound Swiss down. No, it's all the way down here. All right. If we wanted to get into this trade, guys, we could wait on the break of this support right here to get in. But just know that this trade has moved down quite a bit already. All right. Pound dollar, same thing. There was a short signal here on the pound dollar, and it's all the way down here. All right. Aussie Swiss is another one right here. There was a short signal to go short, and it's all the way down here. So these pairs are trending to the downside. If we look here, guys, can you see my cursor?
Yes.
So these are the pound pairs. You see they're down, they're all red. They're all red and they're moving to the downside. So that's why we're getting these moves here to the downside. Okay, the Aussie pairs are also to the downside, the New Zealand pairs and the yen pairs. So the focus right now, guys, is to the downside. Okay, so we should not trade any pairs to the long side, to the upside. Okay, if we wanted to look at some opportunities, and I'll go through these, okay, we can tell that the yen pairs are setting up. The yen pairs, although the pound pairs have already, I mean, they've moved, I mean, look at these beautiful trades, right, to the downside. And several of these are too late to get in, okay? But we can tell that some of the yen pairs are setting up. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Yes. And they're setting up for the long, right? Because those are yellow, support and resistance?
No, they're setting up for the short, for the downside.
Oh yeah, I saw we're in the red on top. Okay, yeah, we're in the short page.
Yeah, so we're in the short page. All these pairs, guys, all these here, if you look here, what we want to see is consistency in all the pairs going in one direction or the other. So the Aussie pairs are all heading down. The Kiwi pairs, the New Zealand pairs, all heading down. The yen pairs are all heading down. And then the pound pairs down here, they're all heading down. So guess what, guys? Those are the pairs that we want to be trading down to the short side. The euro pairs, they're mixed. So we've got pairs that are up and down. That's mixed. Okay. The dollar pairs also are somewhat mixed. But if we always want to go here. Hey, Kim.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. We always want to go here, guys, and we always want to focus on the top trending pairs. So just remember, the higher the number up here, the longer the trend, the longer it's been trending. Okay, if it's 20 and above, and I know we keep going through this, but it's good to repeat this, right? So that it sticks. So 20, if it's 20 yellow, just think 20 yellow and above, it's trending. The higher the number, the higher the trend. And that's where your money is. We always want to be in the top trending pairs. If we've missed those opportunities, guess what? We've got to sit back and wait for the next move. But we want to get to the point where we are consistently in the top trending pairs. The pairs that are 20 and below, what I would say 19 and lower, those are consolidating. We definitely don't want to be in these pairs. So, and Kim, you had mentioned this the other day, right? The pound dollar was short. Are you in this one, Kim?
I'm in the, what was it? Pound yen?
Pound yen?
No, pound US dollar. You're right.
Yeah, pound dollar.
US dollar short.
Okay, so you short in this. Are you still in this?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good job. Okay, so the pound dollar, pound Swiss, that's another good one here. Okay, if you guys look up here, out of all the pairs, so we're tracking about 40 pairs. We got pound Swiss, pound dollar, that's 1 and 2, okay? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pound CAD, 7 pound yen. So a lot of the pound pairs are right up here. Pound New Zealand will probably get up there. I mean, look at that trade on Pound New Zealand. Sell short signal right here on a break of this support line right here. And it's all the way down here. This is where your money is, guys, right up here. All right. If you've missed it, no big deal. Just remember for next time, you want to be in these pairs. Okay, so the pound pairs are the biggest movers right now. All right, going into the week. So that's what we're going to talk about. Going into the week. If we've missed this, what are the pairs that are following up? What are the pairs that are following up behind the Aussie? The Aussie pairs.
What did you?
Go ahead. Someone had a question? Okay. All right. So the pound pairs, guys, remember the pound pairs, those are your number one trending pairs. If we look here, from here to here, guys, that's a ton of pips, a lot of pips. All right. The next group I'll take a look at is the Aussie. So the Aussie pairs, those are all red. They're moving down. And right now the trend is down for most of these pairs, right? So Aussie Swiss, okay, that's number 4. Okay. Let's see, Aussie Yen. And I'll talk about the yen pairs. This is a good trade. So let's say we didn't get in here on this break of this resistance, right? This support right here. Here is an entry here we could get in, guys. And guess what? It's got a purple support and resistance. What that means is we're moving down, right? It's a down, we're moving purple support and remember, a purple support and resistance, that's in a downward trend. We're going to get red candles, downward move, sell short signal. Here's our short signal right here, this arrow, right? Yellow support and resistance is going to be on the buy side. We're going to be trading long. So this is great for the Aussie yen. It looks to break this support right here. So this is an entry. If let's say you guys got in here on a short signal right here to go short, we could have taken our first trade here and then added, right? As it's breaking support here, add it to the trade. Okay, that makes sense? Okay, so we can maximize our trading by scaling up, adding to the trade. Okay, I really like the Aussie, absolutely the yen pair, the pound pairs, right? We want, if we're in those, great. Kim, you're in it, great. The next pairs to trade would be the Aussie. The Aussie and then the yen are setting up. I am liking this Aussie yen trade. Okay, this Aussie yen trade. All right, so let's take a quick look at the Aussie pairs. Here's another one here, Aussie dollar. Okay, you could still get into this, right? So here you can still, here is a sell short signal on this break of support. This line here is our support. And as you guys know, the support lines are drawn in automatically. All right, so price is all red candles, guys. That's what we want. All red candles. That's going to give us confirmation that the price is going lower. Okay, once we get a white candle that's consolidating, okay, we can start to take some profits. Okay, green candle, guess what? The trend is reversing. All right, so Aussie dollar, let's take a look here. Aussie yen, that's near the buy signal, the sell short signal, so that looks good. Aussie Swiss, it's moved a bit, but it's still in play. A break of this support here would be good. If you're brave, you can get in right here and hope it goes back, continue to go down. Okay, but remember, ideally we always want to get at the sell short signal. Okay, if we're going down, this is a good one here. These Aussie pairs are really making a move to the downside. The New Zealand pairs too. So the Kiwi pairs, guys, they're not lining up as great. Okay, there's a lot of Not a lot, but I would say there is consolidation within the moves. They're not as smooth. Okay, right here, they're not as smooth. So I would stay away from the Kiwi pairs. So the New Zealand pairs, I would stay away from them. The yen pairs, guys, is what I think that's setting up. And as you guys know, about a couple of weeks ago, we had a great run in the yen pairs to the upside. So I think we're going to get a nice retracement on those pairs. So whenever, let's take a look here. Whenever we get a nice run, and if you guys remember, we got a lot of pips in these pairs. We did really well in these yen pairs. So whenever we get a nice move like this, long move like this in a group, anticipate a move to the downside. Okay, and it kind of works like this. When Forex, and stop me guys, when the Forex market is consolidating like this, you see here, it hits resistance, comes to support, hits resistance, come back to support. We're gonna get some of the same moves in the pairs. Okay, if this doesn't make sense, stop me. So New Zealand yen, for example, we had a nice move to the upside. Our buy signal was here, our sell signal was here. A second buy signal failed, but guess what? Now price is coming down. Expect, now this is not a guarantee, but we can expect the yen pairs, these to come all the way back down to this support here. Okay, so it's gonna work something like this. Like I said, it's not a guarantee, but when you can kind of anticipate this move, if it happens, then you're not surprised. Okay, so we can expect this is support here, price to hit from support to resistance, come back to support, and then perhaps make a move back long again to this resistance, because the market is in a consolidation. Okay, and that's why we want to focus on the yen pairs in addition to the Aussie and the pound. So I'm going to go here on the short side, and we're going to take a look at, and just follow me for a second. So dollar yen right here, guys. Guess what? It's got red candles here. It broke support. If this price continues lower, okay, we can get a sell short signal for price to go lower. That's the dollar yen. I don't like the dollar yen as much because you see it's part of this group here, the dollar group here. So what happens is this: if these dollar pairs are moving higher, this will slow down the dollar yen. Okay. New Zealand yen. Okay, here was a short signal here. Price is moving lower. Pound yen has already dropped, guys. So here was a pound yen. Here's the short signal here to go down. And guess what? It's all the way down here. Pound yen is the largest leader. So as the pound yen moves down, so will the other yen pairs. That makes sense? Uh-huh.
Yeah, David, back to that New Zealand yen chart.
Okay.
We've already got a sell signal in there, right? And
you mean a sell short? A sell short?
I mean, a sell short signal, yeah.
Yes.
So, and then we're already consolidating. So now's a good time to get in then, right?
Yes. So if we look here, right? So here is our signal. So let's say we miss this signal here. Okay. Yes. We can get in right here. Ideally, guys, we want to get on a break when the price gets right below this support line. Can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
When the price, if it gets below this line and closes, okay, that's when we want to get in. Now, I'm a bit riskier, right? So I'll go ahead and I'll take my chance and get in here. But ideally, we want to wait for it to close. Once it closes, I mean, that's the sellers are really looking to push the price down. Okay. But I would take this here, knowing that, hey, the pound yen, I've got all red. I mean, I'm all the yen pairs are down, guys. So that's confirmation. All right. I've got the leading pair of that group, the pound yen, is making a big move to the downside. You guys see that? Okay, so we've got major confirmation, right? I've got the Aussie, New Zealand, and the yen. They all kind of go together. Okay, the pound can kind of go back and forth. Okay, but yes, that's I would take this trade. I wouldn't wait for a close. Okay, of this support here, you could get in, but just know that it's a bit riskier. All right, pound yen, euro yen. Euro yen, here's a short signal here. Okay, here's our signal here to get in, and now it's breaking support. We've got a yellow support. Okay, so this is a bit riskier. Okay, we would like to see a purple support and resistance. Okay. Swiss yen. We do not have a
Hey,
sell.
David.
Yes, a sell signal yet. Go ahead.
Hey, this is Brian. You're gonna go back to that. Go back to UJ. You was just in there. I'm not sorry, EJ.
EJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Where you at right now?
Yeah.
Now you said this yellow line here, support line. You said be careful when we're taking a sale position. If it breaks that support, be careful because that can be a little risky. Now, if that was the other way around, and we were taking a long position, that's what we would want, correct? If I saw yellow there.
Yes,
okay,
correct.
but so when it's in a sale position, we're looking for the purple. When it breaks purple, that's a strong indicator to take it to the downside.
Yeah, absolutely, Brian. Absolutely. So just not that you couldn't take this trade, right? I would definitely take it. Just know that when we've got a yellow support and resistance line, just means that price is making higher highs and lower lows. When we've got a purple support and resistance, price is making lower highs and lower lows. Like here, right? So here let's go to, we're gonna take the same example here. So take a look at this, guys. This is your chart here on euro yen. And that's a great question, Brian. So let's go here to the long side. So euro yen is right here. And then here was our buy signal here, sell signal here. Same pair, but now on the long side where we only take long trades to go up. So here was our buy signal here. And now we're moving, price is moving up nicely. We got a yellow support and resistance, which is good, right? When we're going high, when we're moving higher. Now we've got a purple support and resistance. You see that here? So now price is making lower highs and lower lows. So we can anticipate a reversal. Anytime we go in long, we get purple support and resistance, we can anticipate price moving low to changing direction, purple to the downside. And guess what? Price came down, we got a red candle, white arrow, we exited the trade. Here was our buy signal, here was our sell signal to get out, and our price is all the way down here. Okay, the flip side is that on the short side, okay, anytime we get yellow support and resistance, when we shorten on the way down, we can anticipate price is now making higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so it's anticipating a reversal. There's no guarantee that it will do that. Okay, but look here, right? Let me show you guys something. You see here, purple support and resistance. You guys see my cursor?
Yes, I do.
Price is moving down, purple support and resistance. We got yellow support and resistance, kind of like this here, right? And guess what? Price reversed to the upside. You guys see that?
Sure do.
Okay, so this here, it doesn't mean that you can't take the trade. If you take the trade, I would trade small, just a smaller size, okay, to reduce your risk. This is very different than, let me find one here. Oh, let's do the pound. I think we might find some. Okay, you see here, So we had a yellow support and resistance. It didn't hold. Then we followed up with the purple. That's good. You see that?
Yeah.
So good question, Brian.
So it's kind of the same looking at EJ is when you're looking at UJ. You got to look at the all the pairs in the euro, because you got most of them going up with the blue signal, same as you do in the USD in the dollar. You got most of them going up blue, so you want to be kind of skeptical with EJ and UJ, kind of in the same sense, right? Because it's just like you said, it could possibly reverse and go up.
Yeah. Now, why wouldn't okay? I've got a question here for you guys. Okay, why haven't I mentioned the dollar and the euro pairs? The dollar and the euro pairs. And
So why haven't you mentioned them?
Yeah, and why am I focusing on the Aussie, yen, and pound pairs?
Well, because they're all moving in the same direction. The Aussie, yen, the pound. Yeah, the Aussie yen and the pound pair, they're moving in the same direction.
What else?
All the pairs.
Okay, that's good. That's good. What else?
And the dollar and the euro, they're not. They're kind of consolidating, as Ken said.
Okay. What else? And think about it.
That's all.
Anyone else wants to add anything?
They have high volume and trending.
Volume trending. Okay, that's good. What else? What's the number one reason? What's the number one reason, right? Remember, guys, we want to be in what's moving, what's trending, right? So what's the number one reason why we would be looking at the pound pairs, the Aussie pairs, the yen pairs, and perhaps
Well, they're trending down, and they're all trending down together.
They're all trending down together. But if we look here, on here, where do we go? Where do we go?
To the right, to look at over here to the right of your screen where it says range and trending at.
Yeah.
Whichever one is trending the most.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, remember, and I know a lot of times, I do this too, right? I kind of focus on, man, okay, the yen pairs are moving down, the Aussie pairs are moving down. Okay, let's get over here. Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, this is great to tell us where price is going and what direction the pairs are moving. And not only that, okay, how many pairs within the group is moving, so to give us some consistency. But guess what? Right here is where we want to go. Right? We want to know the top moving pairs. Remember the top moving pairs here, that's where we're going to make the most money. Right? If we're not in these pairs, in the top trending pairs, guys, we're missing the boat. Right? So the pound pairs, you go ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's too late, I mean, like that, the pound switch that you're in now, I mean, it's ran a pretty long time.
Yeah. So
if you look at it, I mean, that's like almost almost a month. And it's already been running down. I mean, how much longer is it going to continue to trend down?
That's a good question.
You know what I mean? So personally, I mean, what I would do is look left. I would go up to possibly the daily screen or something like that, to a daily screen, and just look left and see what support, is sitting there on the daily screen. I would say, okay, well, it's probably going to come here and, maybe just consolidate and turn around.
Yeah. So what
That would be my first thing I would do.
yeah. So and that's if you miss it, right? So what
Right.
what I would like you guys to start focusing on and really kind of training yourselves to do is that so that you the goal is to be in these trades, right? That's the goal.
Right.
Right. Yeah, the goal is to be in these trades are, it was just like we were in the ZAR pairs, right? Those were the top trending pairs, right? So we always want to be in the top trending pairs, right? So that's the goal. So yes, can we get into some other pairs and try to catch a move in another group that might be moving? Absolutely. But ideally, we want to be in these.
Okay. Here's, let me just tell you what I've been doing.
Okay.
So I would look at this. Let's say, what is this? The Swiss yen.
Swiss yen.
In the yeah.
Okay, so Swiss
Let's
yen.
just take that one for instance. What I would do is go to the right on your trending and ranging screen to the right.
Okay.
And I would look. Yeah. So I would. Okay. I'm looking at the yen pair. That's my main objective right now. I'm looking at the yen pair. So now I would go to the right, and I would look at all the yen pairs to the right that are in their 20s. It's kind of moving up toward their 30s, roughly 20, 23, 25. And I kind of look at those. So like if you look at this, the Swiss yen right now, we don't have a sell signal that it's going down, but that's one that I would keep an eye on to try to get in to catch a long ride.
Okay.
And what I would do, just looking at this chart, I would look for it to pass let me see what this is. Hold on a second. I would look for it to get down to the support that's right around 123.55. I would look for it to come down to there for my entry.
Okay.
Or if it's going to get, if I continue to look left, if price is going to go below the last high low, looking to the left. So that's a little bit lower. That's about 122.94. That's kind of what I'm looking for it to break that area and continue to go down. So I would kind of target that one.
Mm-hmm.
I would move up the list. I would look at EJ up the list. It said 29. We said 26.25. I would look at that. But going back to what you said, looking at all the European the Euro pairs, I probably wouldn't get that one because most of them are going up, even though it's got a sales signal in it right now. The yen, I would look at that one. Okay, that one's setting up pretty nicely too. It's got a sales signal. I would look for that one to break support. That would be one that I'll be looking at. In addition, because all the Aussie pairs are going down as well. So that one, the Swiss, let me see here. So this, am I doing this wrong, or is that something? The CAD yen got a sales signal. Again, once it passes by that last lower high to the left, which is about the 90-cent price, I'll look to enter that. That's kind of my mentality when I'm using this system as far as making my entry. So those are the three that I would kind of mark: the CAD yen, the Aussie yen, the Swiss yen, and the what is this one? The Kiwi.
And the Kiwi.
Those,
yen? Okay.
Those four is kind of what. Let me see where it is over here to the right. See, that's 21. The Kiwi yen is 21. CAD yen is 22. Swiss yen is 23. And the Aussie yen is 33. So those are the four that I'm looking at for this week to make my entry, to make me some money.
Okay, guys, do you guys see what Brian is doing? You guys understand what Brian is doing?
No, could you explain again one more time,
Okay,
please?
yeah, so I'll go over it. Does anyone understand what Brian is doing?
Yeah, and instead of looking on the right side to the top of the list, like you're saying, the Great Britain pound and the Swiss franc, he's basically saying, look how much red we basically missed the boat on that. Although it's on the top of the list there on the right, the ADX, he's basically saying, hey, we've missed the boat on that one. So he's got a different way of approaching it.
Yeah, so what Brian is doing, and that is exactly what we want to be doing. Okay. And I'll explain what he's doing. And Brian, good job. I'll explain what he's doing, and then we'll look at also the chart. Okay, so we always want to look at the chart. We want to look at the signals, but this is what he's doing, right? This is what he's doing. It's too late to get into these here. These have moved up. Okay, so what's gonna happen is this. Let's say even if you didn't miss these, the pound Swiss, the pound dollar, and you did, and you were in it, you were in these pairs. Guess what? At some point, guys, these are making lows, continuing to make lows, right? So you might be profitable big time in these trades right here, but guess what? That's not the end of your work. It's not the end of your work. At some point, we're gonna get sell signals in here, okay, to close, just like here, right? We're gonna get sell signals to get out of these trades. So what do we do then? Right? What do we do then? What Brian is doing is this. He's anticipating the next move, okay? The next group of pairs, which are the yen pairs, and I mentioned that, right? But now he's looking for entries to get in, because guess what? These yen pairs in a week might be all the way up here. So rather than trying to get in all the way up here, he will be in those yen pairs. Okay, now he's looking for entries right around, you heard what he said, right around 20, right around 20. So he's looking at the Kiwi yen, Swiss yen, these are in the 20s, right? That's what we want to do, because by the time they get up here in the 40s and 50s and 60s, it's too late. The money has been already made. And that's the biggest mistake we make as traders, right? We get in way too late. Okay, we get in way too late. The reason we want to get in, we want to look for the pairs that are in the 20s, is because they're near their buy signal, or their sell short signal. So he's looking at the whole group. He says, okay, I see the direction is down. Okay, the direction is down. Forget about this. If I'm not in these, forget about it. Let me see, okay, what I can pick up. Okay, that's near, let's see here, like that's near. So his pairs were CAD yen. So let's go over that. CAD yen is right here. That's a perfect signal. Here is our sell short signal right here. This arrow right here on a break of support. He's early. He's not chasing it, right? So he's not trying to get in all the way. Here's the sell short signal here. He's not trying to mess around with this trade all the way down here, right? He's finding the ones. Now he has a good sense of which direction, right? Because we got all red here, right? All to the downside. So now he found the one, CAD yen, that's near He's got a sell short signal right here, and he'll get in right here. So by the time it gets all the way down here, he's already in that trade. So while the novice trader, the inexperienced trader is looking to short it down here, guess what? He's going to be looking to get out. All right. So
Correct.
Aussie yen, that's right. That's what you were thinking, right, Brian?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good job. Good job. Aussie yen is another one on his list. So Aussie yen, here was a short signal yet, short signal here. Guess what? Right? He's looking to get into this if he's not already in. Okay, and that's still an early move. Swiss yen is all the way down here. So it hasn't, so he's now anticipating this short signal. So he's on top of this. So if the price gets right into this area here, is breaking support, we'll get a sell short signal right in here. Guess what? It's at a high, guys. Think of this here. I want you guys to watch this. Watch this for a second, what he's doing. So we've got Swiss yen. So let's put it up here. Swiss yen. Here was the buy signal. Here it made a high, guys. It's no longer making higher highs and higher lows. It's reversing. Price is reversing. Purpose, support, and resistance. No longer do we have green candles. We've got red selling candles coming in. Guess what? Here it is right here. Red selling candles coming in. The money was made here already. All we need is a sell short signal. Okay, as soon as he gets this sell short signal, he's gonna get in. Here it made a high. Guess what? He's got all this. If it makes a move to the downside, which I think these pairs will, guess what? He's got all this nice run to the downside. You guys see that? You guys see that?
Right. That's just a chance I'm gonna take. You know, I'm gonna take that chance. If I see that signal, I'm gonna take that chance.
Yeah, and you're reducing your risk. He's reducing his risk, right? What phase are we in here? What phase are we in?
That's consolidating and technically ranging, really. If it gave me a signal right there, that's kind of risky. If I wanted to be conservative, I would wait, like I said, and come down to where it's about 123.51, or even a little bit lower down to 122.96, because that's where the last lower high is. If you look left, that's the last lower high.
Okay, so what he's looking at, guys, is this. So right here, nice job, Brian. Proud of you, bud. Okay, so what he's looking at this, right? This is the support here. Okay, this is big support right here. This was where we got the last sell short signal and failed. So what he's saying is, if it comes down, retest this area in here. Okay, hopefully get a sell short signal. That's a really good trade. Okay, because there's a lot of support right in here, a lot of support. Now, all this area here is called distribution. This is distribution, okay? The only thing that could fail is that if price moves up, we get a white candle, then green candles, and then retest this resistance right in here, okay? Then guess what? His theory is off. But guess what? We've got a strong selling that's coming in. Strong selling that's coming in. All right, very good. And let's take a look at the Kiwi yen. The Kiwi yen. Here it is right here. Kiwi yen. Get a sell short signal, purple support and resistance. Okay. Guess what? We've got a good chance for this pair to move to the downside. Okay, this is it's in the redistribution phase. If it breaks this purple support and resistance, we will be in the redistribution phase. Okay, and every time it breaks that support, we can add to our positions.
The reason I particularly like this one, and what you and Brian were talking about makes perfect sense. But I like this particular one because we've already got the sell signal.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and I don't think Brian, Brian, you can wait for the sell. I would recommend waiting for the sell signal. But with the Swiss yen, if you look here, the Swiss yen, it will probably give a sell signal. It might not wait until this break of resistance, support, because it's breaking support right now. So I think it's going to give a sell short signal right here, right in this area in here. Okay, and then retest this support. All right. So any questions on this? We've got about 15 more minutes, and I want to spend a little time on cryptos and Bitcoin. Any questions on Forex? None? Okay, so good job. Going into the week, guys, going into the week, okay? If you've missed some opportunities in the pound pairs, look for the yen pairs. Look to get in on the yen pairs. You might find some opportunities in the Aussie pairs. I would wait on the New Zealand pairs. Dollar pairs, euro pairs, don't bother. Don't bother. All right, don't bother. Cryptos. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin. So as we all know, okay, Bitcoin is the barometer. So we can trade Bitcoin, but we also use it as the barometer for the entire crypto market. So if Bitcoin is moving to the upside, expect that a lot of the other cryptos, okay, to move to the upside. So it's important to track Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is moving to the downside, okay, you're gonna find that most of the other cryptocurrencies will move to the downside. Okay, so it's important that we track Bitcoin on a daily basis. So just like the dollar will give us, we can use the dollar index as a barometer for Forex. We can use the VIX, right? The VIX index as the volatility, as the barometer, okay, for the equity markets, and the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ. We can use Bitcoin. So I know we talk a lot about Bitcoin, and a lot of traders will tell me, well, David, I don't trade Bitcoin. Well, it doesn't really matter. Okay, whether we trade Bitcoin or not, we do trade other cryptos, and Bitcoin is the barometer for the entire crypto market. Okay, so expect a large percentage of cryptos, I would say 80–90%, okay, sometimes even higher, to follow the move in Bitcoin. All right, so here is Bitcoin. Here was our first trade here, buy here. It was our buy signal, sell signal, okay, on Bitcoin. Price consolidated, okay, price consolidated. We've got support, strong support and resistance. So let's bring those in here. So here is resistance right here on Bitcoin. And then here is support right here. This is on the 4-hour chart, 4-hour time frame. The good news is that it looks like Bitcoin might be ready to move to the upside. Okay, so here is the consolidation here. Price is consolidating, guys. Here was the run up. Here was the run up. We broke support, got a sell signal, and now price is consolidating between resistance here and support here. You guys see that? You guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we have a buy signal here, price retraced, a buy signal. It's still holding its buy signal. That's good. We got a lot of choppiness in here, but the bottom line is that it's still holding its buy signal. It's blue. This blue arrow here is the buy signal. Okay. And our price gapped up and it's right at this resistance here. Okay, that I'll call this short-term resistance. Okay, if we can get above this resistance right here, okay, then we should move higher. Remember, we still have a buy signal, guys. Even with all of this mess here, we're still holding a buy signal. Okay, so the bias is to the upside with Bitcoin. The bias is to the upside. Okay, right now, we're trading at 62, almost 63,000 on Bitcoin. Okay, a break above this resistance right here will put us right around 65,000. Okay, this is big resistance here. Don't count this. This is not resistance. This is basically a high, all-time highs in Bitcoin at 67,000. Okay, if we can get above this area here, expect Bitcoin to move higher, expect the other cryptocurrencies to follow suit. All right, another thing we're looking at is this. That looks really good for Bitcoin to move higher. Now anything can happen, so don't hold me to this. All right, yeah. All right, so let's bring in our trend line right here and trend line right here. So follow me for a second, guys. All right, let's make this big. All right, so Bitcoin is forming a triangle. Whenever there is a triangle, okay, and price is trending to the upside, that's good news. Okay, just think of a triangle as squeezing price. The triangle is squeezing price. And whenever price is squeezed, we are going to get a move to either the upside or the downside. If it's in a downward trend, if the price is moving to the down, there is a large percentage, okay, of the time that the price will move to the downside, break out to the downside if we have a triangle, okay, or a wedge. Okay, if it's trending up like this, right, with a triangle, and see here, price is being squeezed. Price is being squeezed right in that triangle. So the lower, let's say Bitcoin does this, something like this here, guess what? The price, once the price breaks out, just think of price as being squeezed, and that's a pressure like a balloon, right? And that's being squeezed and squeezed, and it's finally going to be popped. It's going to pop, right? Okay, once it pops, that price is going to explode either to the upside or to the downside. You guys get that? That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we can anticipate a move in Bitcoin. We can get a big candle, guys, kind of like this. Big candle like this, big candle like this, to either the downside or to the upside. Okay, so anticipate a big move in Bitcoin either to the upside or to the downside as price gets squeezed within this triangle right here. Okay, so I'm gonna draw this here. So just be aware. Okay, now because the price is trending up, the bias is to the upside. the bias is to the upside, and we have a buy signal. Okay, so we have a buy signal here. So we've got everything is telling us that, guess what? Price should break out to the upside. No guarantee, but guess what? We have everything that's telling us that price should break out to the upside. And guess what? Price gapped up today at the open. Okay, it's gonna look kind of like this. Let's see here. It's gonna look kind of like this. And although we follow our signals, guys, it's always good to kind of learn this stuff, because it just makes us a better trader. All right. So I will finish with this, and then if you guys don't have any questions, we'll call it a night here. Okay, so here, look here. All right. Okay, you guys see that where price is moving the same way, right? It's being squeezed, getting lower highs, lower lows. You see there? You see where it's moving? It's being squeezed,
Yep.
right? And then it broke out, and you see the big candle right here breaking out of that area there. You guys see that? Yes or no? You guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So we can anticipate the same thing here, right? We can anticipate the same thing here. We just don't know in which direction, right? Same thing here. That's the triangle right here. Triangle right here. All right. Okay. Looks kind of like this, kind of like this. Okay, we already have a buy signal, right? So which is good. Okay, this area here for Bitcoin is a big number. That's 60, you know, I'll say 67,000. Once it gets above this this resistance right here, watch out. Bitcoin could go to perhaps 80,000. So this is what's stopping it right here. All this is what's stopping Bitcoin. Once it gets past this area in here, then it can go anywhere. Okay. All right, guys. Any questions for me on cryptos, Bitcoin, on Forex, on the week?
No, thank you, David.
All right, no questions.
No, I'm good to go.
Ready to go? Good. Okay, so tomorrow evening we'll have a Q&A on the systems and on the market as a whole. And then Thursday we'll do equities, okay? If you guys need me, just contact me for anything, okay? I'm here for you guys, okay?
Thank you, man.
All right,
Thank
guys.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good evening. Okay,
You too.
take
Good
care.
night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Rose.
Hey, Kim, how are you?